double up. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah. I ain't telling no lies, I just
5, 4, 3, 2, that's time. I got.
It's your boy PJ with another Mademen podcast. We back here where it all started with the original OGs. You know what I'm saying? It's not about where you come from. It's about where you going. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, TT the truth. You know, I'm out here pick up the wisdom and lay some. It's your boy Reece, man. Today we sit down on the block with some of the OGs. Give young kids a different perspective, get them wisdom as we listen and share ideas and ask questions. Y'all stay tuned and gain some wisdom and some knowledge. Let's get it.
We're gonna start first with the big homie Ron.
Neighborhood 6 Grip, Elamina, Barron Springs.
Hey, it's the homie Big B, Front Hood, Arlington gang, know what I mean? Acres Home, Northside, know what I mean? All of them know. Everything in Houston, know what I mean? A nigga represent that, really that. Neighborhood.
Swan, man, LN Barron Springs, man, neighborhood 60.
Neighborhood BK, man, 60, 15300.
First thing, Ron, I'll kind of put it in the air, man. How were you first introduced to the life, and what was running through your mind?
It's my daddy. I wanted to be just like him, bro. So I wanted to be just like him. He was banging neighborhood. That's what I wanted to bang.
How did that affect the rest of your life?
I ain't gonna lie, it was fucked up in the beginning. Shit, 20. My mama whooped my ass. You ain't no crip. My ass whooped. You ain't no crip.
Yeah.
That's how I am.
What about you, Big B?
Man, you know, coming from Acres Home, like, you know, if we not necessarily the majority, but it just stuck out to me the most. You know, as far as, you know, I ain't gonna lie, the look of it, the so-called swag, or just the fly cripping part of it. You know what I mean? I kind of went against the grain in my area, you know, but at the same time, it's respected, and I've been holding this shit down ever since.
Swan.
Shit, man. Fucking me wrong, man. I'm a skill.
Yo, free my pops, man.
Free up the skill, man. But that's I'm a skill. I went against the grain because Rome will tell you. He'll tell you. He been down there with me.
Yeah.
All my cousins.
Yeah.
That's how I got introduced.
BK.
Nah, for sure, it's pretty much kind of the same thing. You know, I'm from Homestead, man, and over there, you know, it was pretty much red, man. I moved out here, and I was introduced to it. I was already looking for something, and when I seen the structure that like my old man, my uncle, them coming up, I'm watching. So it kind of was, it was already there for me, you know. And after that, neighborhood 60, man, I've been like this ever since.
Yeah.
You know, really can't even say, hey, this is what I've always been. That's how it feels. This who I've always been, brother. It ain't been nothing different. But these guys, us, them, the team. You know.
Okay, with that being said though, BK, what advice do you got for a young brother, well, from the age of 16 to 18? What advice do you got for them that's trying to get on the hood or trying to gangbang, period?
Honestly, that's a prime age, you know, 15, 16. That's when a adolescent is really trying to figure out who he gonna be. You know, that decision that you make that summer when you turn it from 14 to 15, man, the decision you make right then and there, that's gonna carry you the next 5 years. So if your decision is you want to become a member, you want to become a part of something, make sure you know what you're doing. Don't just do it because you see other people doing it and it look cool.
It look cool, right?
If this ain't in you, don't get involved. You feel me? Like, don't get involved, because this is more than just a lifestyle. You know, when I walk around, a lot of times people recognize me not even because they know my name. They might see my jewelry and automatically know, oh, he's from 60s.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you got to know what comes with it. If you're going to make that decision, make sure that you're being conscious-minded about it.
Okay. So for the community revolution in progress, what's your point of view on it?
Doing it.
Okay.
You know, we doing it. Just look at yourself. You're a product of us. And look at what you doing. This is the progress. You know, a lot of people on the back end of the gang banging, they see death, they see jail, they see all this, but nobody sees the actual positive that we are doing with the brothers who actually need us. Because the ones that we take in is the ones who need us. You feel me? Because the same way I needed them when I was young, wild, and didn't understand, I went to them for guidance. Y'all come to us for guidance. Look at what we got. Look at the progress that we making. That's how I see it.
Okay. Twan, where do you feel like the revolution in progress went wrong?
If you don't take heed to the game that's given to you, then shit, you ain't gonna see no progress. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see no progress. Ain't gonna be no revolution. Ain't gonna be on a bunch of bullshit until you decide to open your eyes. And you know what I'm saying? If your big homies giving you game, hey, take heed to it, bro. Take heed to it, cause they guess what? They done already made the mistakes for you. You know what I'm saying? So shit, it's never a stopping the progress. It's just bumps in the road. You know what I'm saying? Overcome them obstacles. You know what I'm saying? And just stay down.
It's a lot of spiritual warfare that we be going through out here, you know, political and a lot of different things that's set up for us to fall short and different traps that's set up for us. But you start being aware of those type of things when you as you get a little older and gain a little wisdom, and you kind of just know how to uh navigate through life, you know. And then once you figure that part out, everything just seems a little bit more simpler. Of course, you want to get your name known and get your respect up and different things like that. And I would encourage anybody who out here, if that's your lifestyle, to make sure that your name is solid. It's okay to, make sure you lay that foundation as far as what you are as a man and what you stand on, but also try to uh, switch your mind over to the bigger picture. A lot of us out here are entrepreneurs, businessmen, different podcasts and different things like that going on. So it is what you make it. It's a big network also, but it is what you make it. You can, 6 O's make a million. So you could either be broke out here, bummy, looking for it and not be hungry for it, or you could be out here trying to strive for it. And if you're trying to strive for it, it's out here for you.
Piggyback on that, be like how can you explain or put into visionary to young king on how they can earn respect and with brotherhood without being in the street?
Well, I would say just listen to your mother and your father. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, they're not gonna lead you astray. They're gonna tell you the right things. A lot of times, that's not what we want to hear as youth. We feel like they hating on us, or they trying to stop us from having fun, or this is my circle of friends. But old saying that my mama tell me even to this day, in her wisdom and her age, I can see further down the road than you. You know what I mean? So I that's one thing. As you get a little older, you start taking in different sayings and stuff like that, and understanding what the saying is, so they can see further down the road from you. So just make sure that you respect your parents and try to listen to what they telling you. A lot of times they'll save you from jail time and death and incarceration and different pitfalls in the game because they've been living longer than us. You know what I mean? So you definitely got to take that wisdom and put some in your pocket and save it and give it to your homeboys around you and your kids. If God bless you to have some, you know what I mean? You want to try to lead them in the right way also.
Facts. OG Rome, I know all y'all probably can, elaborate on this too. Like, elaborate on loyalty for young kings. I feel like a lot of them don't value loyalty, and I'm pretty sure y'all lost a lot of people growing up.
They don't, bro. They value money.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
value money. You know what I'm saying? You can nigga tell them half the hood. He got a bag. That's where everybody gonna be at.
Hey, and I'm glad you said that, big homie, because my next question is, share a time with me when the politics of the streets tested your morals. And that's a question for all the OGs.
Going to prison, bro. Running them traps and shit, and they put everything on me because I got the record. I stood tall every time, bro. I'm gonna take that shit. I'm gonna take it, bro, regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what I signed up for, bro. I didn't I wasn't one of them niggas that got put on and didn't know what he signed up for. My old man laid it down. This gonna happen. This type of shit gonna happen if you choose to live this type of way. And shit, whenever I was presented with them opportunities, shit, I took it as a man, bro. But this last time I went, I learned. Bro. I learned, bro. Like I learned a whole lot, bro. Like, man, my habits, bro. Frontlining, bro. It wasn't gonna never be a time that you pull up there in the front and I'm not out there. And I'm tripping. I had to grow up out this shit, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm a 30-something-year-old man. I'm old now. I was a 30-something-year-old man. I'm still doing this shit. How in the fuck I'm gonna teach these niggas something different when I'm doing the same shit? When I'm worse than them. So once I got my mind on that shit, bro, number progress, bro. No little progress.
Big B, when did the street politics test your morals?
Uh, Again, it kind of go back to what's instilled in you from your parents. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, they go against all of them that was instilled in you because you taught right. You know what I mean? You know, but at the end of the day, we not all bad people. You know what I mean? We got a lot to give to the community. Once you get a certain thing out of your system, you open your eyes and you start trying to be a pillar in the community. You know what I mean? You see certain people, in the area, you want to try to lead them in the right direction. You know what I mean? Give them little ones and twos, whether it's monetary or whether it's financial or whether it's just good game. You know what I mean? From the slip ups and the pitfalls out here, because you definitely don't want to see nobody going through what you've already escaped from. You know what I mean? So you want to try to help them as much as you can. But yeah, that's it, man. Like it's just part of the game. You know, some people make it out of this shit, some people don't. You know, you slip up, you might get more time than what you could deal with. You know what I mean? That might be your first mistake, and they send you to look. What we just said? What's the
Singapore.
They might send you off to Singapore or somewhere, you know what I mean, when you don't know where the fuck you at, you know what I mean, and that's it. So some people get multiple chances, Ron was speaking on, his bid. I know BK that sat down before, Twan has sat down before. I've done time, you know what I mean, not necessarily penitentiary time, but you can add up all the times I've been in the county, and it's some years that done been took out for my life, and probation and different. I'm on probation right now. You know what I mean? From not even necessarily from actually just hanging with the homies. You know what I mean? And you kind of just get caught up in the fuss and bust of what's going on in the community. But yeah, man, it's just you live and you learn, and hopefully, you know what I'm saying, with God's grace, you'll get another chance and another shot at this shit to become better and to just become a better person and try to just make the right move.
Okay. OG Twan. The homie J60 done join the chat, y'all. Bring J60 in the building.
You gotta just stay down because it ain't just all good in the hood. It's gonna be situations that come up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be shit that happens. You just gotta take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what you chose to do.
Yeah.
It's this what you chose to do. So, you gotta take what comes with this shit. The good, the bad, the ugly. You gotta take it all, man. But overall, use it all as an experience. As long as you learn from whatever you go through, then you're gonna be out here.
That's a dub.
Yeah,
and don't tell. Make sure you don't tell.
Don't
tell on your friends. Big BK.
When it comes down to street politics affecting the moral mindset, I look at it like this. I pride myself, and my brothers, they'll vouch for it. I've always been a free speaker, a free thinker. So if there's ever anything street politic wise that's going on, I'm always gonna be the one I'm gonna ask questions. I'm gonna challenge it because my little brothers might not be thinking clear. So I need to know the details of what's going on before we challenge our morals forward. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel like we overcome it. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody bigger than the program. So whenever there are street politics involved, each one of these heads that you see, we're gonna come together. We're gonna come to a solid conclusion before we do anything. We not jumping chain of command under no circumstances. Because anything I do could affect the whole. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't believe in that. So we gonna come together as one, and we're gonna meet on mutual ground about whatever these politics may be about. We're gonna come to something that we can all stand on and be comfortable with before we go further or go with the next move. Street politics don't happen every day. We deal with that every day. We deal with that every day because I'm the type, this is the family. I don't know them. I don't want to get to know them because I feel like that brings bias in the situation. If that's your friend, that's cool. I can't pick and choose your friends for you. But you my family. So I'm gonna deal with you. You feel what I'm saying? You can deal with your friend. I don't want to cross the line because if anything goes wrong between you and your friend, I don't want to feel like, oh, well, bro, cool. Yeah. I don't even know, bro. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna feel no type of way towards whatever he got going on. I'm gonna deal with you. I don't want to deal with the extras. I'd rather just deal with mine. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I feel like we continue to overcome anyway because we deal with us. Anything outside of us, none of our business. I'm not gonna let us mess what we got going on up because of what they talking. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna always interfere when it's something like that. We're not going for that. Not going for that.
What advice you can give to finding ways back? A good pathway.
For sure.
For sure. For sure. There's no better answer than that.
All the money in the world, all the people.
There's no better answer than that.
Don't bring you complete whole like having a relationship with God, bro. Through my times in my life, bro, when I felt God wasn't there, that's when He was carrying me, bro.
Nah, for real.
When I felt man, God ain't here, man. Like, why am I praying? That's when He carrying me, bro, because I'm overcoming this shit. I don't see it.
He'll never leave us nor forsake us.
Hey, man, really, hey, really.
Ain't gonna put nothing on you.
And then if y'all could agree with me real quick on that topic, I feel like for me example, I feel like when I feel like God, I feel like I'm distant from God. You know what I'm saying? At certain points in my life when life hard, when in reality God working. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all agree with that? For sure. Okay.
Sometimes God will put you in a situation just so He can bring you closer to Him. You know?
Yeah.
I was running wild. I was one of the niggas that's getting locked up every week, and then at one last sit down, I'm in there reading, getting my mind together, and just growing closer to God. I came home with a whole different mind frame, whole different atmosphere. Like I just, elevated, left all of the petty shit, little shit. Anything can't just piss me off and make me mad no more. Right. It's like, if it ain't about no money, or, you feel me, or what I got going on, if it ain't interfering with me and my bros, staying focused.
It really bring you peace. So that's the main thing because, even like you said, we can have all the money and all of the women. It's a lot of rich weirdos. You know what I mean? They got everything that we out here, risking our life for to try to have. Yeah. But they still sitting in these big ass houses and they empty, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but you got people who happy from the projects, you know what I mean? And in the hood who don't have much, but they still have peace. They don't have all the money and the jewelry and the accolades and cars and different things like that, but they still have peace. Yeah. So that's more or less what He give you. You know what I mean? So it's like even through the tough times, that's when it's like, all right, what's mine is mine, what's theirs is theirs. You're not turning the evil eye to your brother because he's shining and you want that. You know what I mean? You got to just wait your time, pay your dues, sit back, you know what I mean? Stick to the code.
Patience is a virtue.
But work though. It's not going for you can't sit in your room laying on your ass, you know what I mean, playing a video game and think a bag gonna fall out the sky. You got to get out of here and put that energy into the universe, and then for too long, it'll come back to you.
Stay true to yourself.
Yeah. Real shit.
And leave it all on the table, bro. Don't hold no punches, man. You got any type of dream, whatever, pursue that shit with full authority. You know what I'm saying? Stay true to your loved ones, man. God, family, money.
I feel like, man, patience. Nothing's gonna happen overnight. Whatever you trying to get done,
wasn't
You're not
built
gonna fall
overnight.
asleep, wake up, and it's all peaches and cream. It's not gonna happen like that. You gotta remain patient, humble. Everybody gonna have their moment. Just gotta stay down for yours. Wait your turn.
You up one day, you could be down the next day. So it's always good to stay humble, keep a open minded, good heart. So you know what I'm saying, and just stay in it. That's one thing too. Stay in it. Consistency without the work is dead. So you gotta stay in it.
I just want to throw this out there. A lot of millionaires don't get their first million until their 40s and their 50s. You can go from Oprah to the Kentucky Fried Chicken Man to, Colonel Sanders to a lot of these different people. We think it's supposed to. I'm trying to have that bag. But look, man, don't let social media, don't let the music industry, you know what I mean? Because a lot of that is a facade also. You know what I mean? These people are in debt. You know what I mean? Say if a record label do give them a bag, they have to work to pay this money back. It's an advance,
Right.
so they're in the hole. So if you able to pay your bills and you don't have a whole lot of debt, you actually at a better position than a person with a million that has to pay that back. So just keep going, man. You know what I mean? The key is just living. You got to keep living. You know what I mean? And everything gonna make sense. You know what I mean? Just keep living your life and just try to, sow good seeds. Don't burn too many bridges, and keep good relationships with people. Don't burn your bridges or tear your drawers, man, too early.
I want to add to that too.
As far